Hi everyone. I'm going to show you how to storyboard a very simple video for something that you might do in Instagram Reels. Now, we are going to be building our Instagram Reels video using Canva's editor. And the reason we're doing that is so that we can actually download the file and we can share it. And that way I can see the file before you post it on Instagram. You can do it in Instagram Reels itself if you feel really confident in using Reels built-in editing tools. There are some very cool tools that it has. It has some built-in audio as well. But I thought since we're already using Canva, we'll use Canva's tool and you can build on the skills that you know there. And that way you're creating a video using a linear editor like the linear editor that we used for Audacity and editing audio. We're going to continue building those linear editing skills. So one of the things that we want to do, I really want you to have a method to your madness. So that's what we were doing with the This I Believe assignment last week. We were actually writing out our script and what we were going to say, and then we recorded it, and then we added in any other elements that we wanted to add to it. We're going to be doing the same thing with this storyboard idea. So think of this as almost like the This I Believe essay in a way. What you're doing though is you're thinking about the visuals that you're going to incorporate in a storyboard. So what I've done here is, this is a very simple little short video. Your videos will probably be a little bit more complicated than this. I tried to make something very quick, something simple, just to give you an idea of how you might sketch something out. So in this, I just wanted to do a little short social video that touts podcasts. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an image that has a picture of an iPhone, and it will say podcasts are taking off. And then I specify down here what animation I want to do. So on this, I'll have fade into the title slide, and then I will fade into my key point, which is each year more people ages 12 and up are listening, and keep that on the screen. And then I will fade in a chart after that. And then I will fade to the call to action, which is get on board. Okay. It's not the fanciest storyboard. It's just something simple that I wanted to create just to give you an idea of how I'm going to take my sketches and convert them into a little short social video using Canva. So you'll want to log into your Canva account, and we're going to go in there just like we did before. And what we're going to do is go down to the part where we see videos, and you're going to scroll through the videos, and you're going to find the Instagram Reels video template, and you're going to click on that, and it will create a blank template for you. Now when you do that, you've got these options to insert some pre-made videos and ending frames. I want you to create something from scratch on your own without using these, okay? So you're going to be uploading some of your own items. You can add some text. You can use the audio there. We may want to use some of the backgrounds that are available to you, and you may want to add some other elements just like we did in the graphics themselves so that you can add some of these elements. But the cool thing is now we can animate them. Now some of you already did like animated slides as part of your project when we did the Canva week. So you can incorporate those into this project as well. So remember what we're doing is we're creating our video based on the storyboard that I created. So the first thing we need to do is prepare to upload all of the assets that we're going to use for our project. So remember I suggested create a folder for your projects. Anytime you're doing a multimedia project, I create a folder and I put everything in it that I'm going to put in. So in this one, I'm going to use a podcast chart, and then maybe what I'm going to do is add a video and incorporate that into this as I looked at my storyboard and think about maybe I will put that in the middle of two of my slides on my storyboard. So now I've got those in the folder. What I'm going to do, I've got my design. I'm going to upload all of my elements. So I've got the picture, a couple of other things that I'm not going to use on this project, but I'm going to upload some videos. You can also upload audio. So what I'm going to do is upload the media, and I'm going to pull that from my Reels project folder. And there's the podcast that I shot from my phone. And then so I've got a little short video. It's going to take a moment to upload because it's a fairly big file. And once that's uploaded, then we'll start working on the project. Okay, so what I did is I uploaded my video, I've uploaded other assets, and I'm using different elements. So in this case, I pulled in a picture of a podcast. I added a background, a color background, and then I added some text, which is the podcasts are taking off. So that was my first one. And what I'm going to do is I'm animating this entire slide. So what I've done is you can choose the animation up here. It will say animate. And what I did is when I clicked on that, it gives me all different kinds of animations for the entire page. In this case, I just wanted it to fade in and be very mellow and not do anything crazy. And then you can, once you've created that slide, I can adjust how long I'm on that page. So in this case, I wanted about 2 seconds worth. And again, what I'm doing is I'm just clicking on this and adjusting the side. This is my timeline down here. And as I create different things, I can hit the plus to add a new page. I can also, if you move your mouse in there, you get the 3 dots. You can choose different things that you can do. So you can add a page, you can put a transition between the page, you can duplicate the page. Now, we will use the duplicate page function for the next slide, okay? So if I want to preview this and make sure it's doing what I want it to do, I can hit this little play button, I can see it fade in, and then it moves to the next slide. Okay, so that did what I wanted it to do. It had a transition between them. So I'm going to go here. There's remember how I had it on my storyboard? I said I wanted it to fade in. This was the text that I was going to have, and I wanted them to see the text and then have the chart fade in. I didn't want all to fade in at once. So what I do here is I have 2 seconds of just that message so they can absorb it. And then I copied this page. So I hit duplicate page. So on the new page is where I then added my element, which is for my uploads under my images. There's my slide. So I added that into this and adjusted the size just like we did for our Canva assignment. And on this, you can actually animate just the picture. So on this, you can either animate the whole page, or you can just choose this and animate just the photo, which is what I did. So this will rise up. So that will give the illusion that, oh, there's the text, and then the chart comes in. So you'll see what I mean. Here's my timeline again. So I can see how long the video is. And if let me shrink this up for you so you can see this. Down here is how long the video is. So I'm going to play it. Podcasts are taking off. Each year more people are listening. There's that. And then it goes to the get on board. And notice I used the same text, same font, but I made this font a little bigger than this one, so it's a little bit more of a call to action. I might actually highlight this whole thing and increase the size even more. Oops, that's not quite there. Get on board. So I can actually make this bigger. There we go. So now I've got my slide. Oops, let's start over. Watch the whole thing. Podcasts are taking off. Each year more people. There's that. And then it goes to get on board. Okay. Now, I did add this other video that shows a little bit of animation. It's an MP4. It's a little bit of a long video, so I don't necessarily want the whole thing in there. But let's go ahead and let's add this in here. Let's put it right there. So to show podcasts are taken off. And see how it does the whole thing. I don't want the whole thing. I just want that. Probably just to show how I'm using podcasts. So let's try that. Okay. Now the problem is this merged this into my other slide. So let me figure out how to get that out of there. Okay, I did the Control-Z trick and removed it because the problem was I had this highlighted and it put it on top of it. And I don't want to do that. I want to put it in as its own video. So what I need to do is make sure I'm not putting it on top of it, is that I'm putting it in between. See how I'm getting that little, whoops. See when it highlights it, it'll put it right on top of it. And see how that little purple bar is appearing in between. So I want the purple bar in between. Let's edit this down to just show that. Let's see how that goes. So that beginning is a little too long, so I might do that instead. So start it over. Podcasts are taken off. There's this, so you can see me hitting the button. There we go. Now we got our video. That ending is a little long, so I'll trim that up to about 2.5, maybe 2.2 seconds. And now I've got a 15-second video. So now I've got my whole thing, so I need to export it. So in this case, I'm going to download it and download the MP4 and hit download. And there it goes. It creates the video. Just like we did in Audacity, it exported it as an MP3. This is going to export as an MP4. It'll be downloaded in your browser, so you'll find it there. And that'll be the file that you can use. And that would be the file that you would upload to Instagram Reels. So good luck. Give it a try and see how you do. And hit me up with any questions on Slack if you have any problems.